Hello there, friends. I do believe that we are live from Last Labyrinth, courtesy of Viveport Infinity. So, Last Labyrinth is a horror-themed puzzle game, and it's a legit puzzle game. It's a nuts and bolts puzzler that's available on practically every major VR platform. So you can pick this up on Viport or Steam, Oculus Rift, Oculus Quest, PlayStation VR, you name it. You can get this game everywhere. I think it may even be playable flat. But this has been a long time backlog backlog title for me. I have played it, but not a lot. I've played it just a little bit, just enough to get an idea of what's going on here. And I thought that it was super cool at the time. It's a game that not a lot of people talk about anymore. So I thought we'd give it a little shine here tonight during the October Horror Fest number 3, which is actually, this is October Horror Fest number 5. But the number 3 has failed on 2 separate occasions. So this is the 3rd attempt at number 3, and this is the official number 3. All previous number 3s will now be number 4 and number 5. Mash Daddy joining us in chat. What's up, Eric? I'm glad to see you're still up. You're gonna dig this, man. I don't remember if you said you played this or not. I think you said you didn't play this one yet. It's kind of cool. And let's just dive in really quickly here and look at the instructions. And let me make sure I'm streaming. I guess that'd probably be a wise thing to do, right? Yeah, so we are live. Let's take a look at the instructions here so you guys can get the gist of what's going on, because this is not your typical VR game. So I'm sure you can notice the pointer coming out of my head, the laser. It is gaze-based controls, and you're going to find out why momentarily. While in the world of Last Labyrinth, your body is tightly bound to a wheelchair. Please remain seated in a similar position and keep your hands on your lap while playing. Although your movement is heavily restricted, you can move your fingers and head. Additionally, there's a laser pointer attached to your head that can be turned on by pressing the switch in your hand. Use the laser to point out objects of interest to the girl. The girl will sometimes look to you for confirmation to do something. She cannot understand your words, so shake your head to tell her yes or no. And that's it, guys. That's the basic gist of what's going on here. I'm bound to a wheelchair and no ability to communicate with my helper. What's up, Drew? What's up, Wolveraza? Thanks for stopping by. You know how it goes, man. 2 a.m. live stream ain't nothing for me, bro. We'll go live at all hours of the night, especially with bloody shit like this. So let's get started. Brand new game. All right, so all we see is a lamp so far, with a teddy bear hanging from it like from a noose. I do see that I have something in my hands. Let's see if we can click it. So I got this laser pointer deal here. And I guess it doesn't matter what I click on that controller, like it all does the same thing. So let's see if we can't. There we go. We got the lights on. Hi there, little girl. Yatahana, huh? So this is literally how it goes. Yunakaye? This cute little girl in this room. What's up? Yeah, I'm in chains. Look at that. Uh, the Eric asking in the chat if Vorpex and Visage not work. It is going to work. It was going to require a little bit more troubleshooting and setup. I could tell that it's going to work. It wasn't working perfectly, and I was a bit short on time. I didn't want to get started at 3 a.m., so we just went with one of the other titles. But we will be getting the Visage at some point, or Visage, however it's pronounced. I'm not sure, but we will get there. Wolverosa says, "Oh no, you're in a wheelchair. Why chain you up?" I know, right? I guess it's not good enough that I can't walk. I need to not be able to move my hands as well. Let's go out the door, girl. Yes. Japanese people are weird, man. Every game has a little girl in it. I don't know what their deal is. Little girl in a short dress every time. Monkey ass. Yes, exactly. So we have this weird, creepy monitor view here as we move between rooms. Very highly detailed environments, guys, by the way. And this room is our first look at kind of what we've got going on here. Notice there's buttons. There's a button on the wall over there. There's a button on that box over there. There's a little toy train on the track. And we're basically going to instruct this little girl to push buttons, open doors, move us around, and try to escape our situation. Yeah, how about the train? Did she say, oh snap? Visage is French, I think. They can be pretty confusing and get you attached to the characters after putting as much effort into them. Oh, we're talking about New World. How about the button then, girl? Hit the button. Alright, you guys pay attention. I don't know what's going to happen here, but you're going to soon find out what type of game this is. Alright, so we unlock the door. Very good. Let's go, girl. How nice is this little girl to help push us around everywhere, by the way? I mean, I'm chained up in this wheelchair. Obviously someone did this to me. Not the safest place for little girls. Alright, bear with me just a moment, guys. I need to move my chat window. It's a little bit in my way. So we're just going to go to desktops and move this right over there. Very good. Back to Last Labyrinth. Alright, so obviously a very complex puzzle. train puzzle in this room. And, yeah, we don't even know what we get if we win. But just to give you guys a little idea what type of stuff we're dealing with, watch this. Hit that button, girl. Yeah, that one. Hit that button. She's trapped. Oh no. What's that on the front of the train? Get out, girl, get out. Oh no. So this is what happens when we fail. Goodbye. So this is how this game works. This is why it's not just a puzzler. This is a horror game. It's like Saw, kind of. And I take it when that glass fills up, then it's game over. I don't know. Alright, and this is where we choose our save point. You can literally pick any room that you've been in and pick it up there. Let's go back to the first room. Let's hit that button, girl. Yes. Right, we have another room to explore. It is a bit slow paced because of all this interaction. It takes a little bit of time to play this game. Alright, so we have a puzzle here, apparently. I don't like the look of that ceiling, I can tell you that. And then there's stuff on the walls, clues on the walls. As you can see, there's one there, and there's one there. So the question is, which one is which? Well, the colors give it away, right? That one's blue, that one's yellow, that one's blue, that one's yellow. So we need to hit that. Right, like that. And then over here, we're going to need to hit that. Notice that the light turned green over the door, which I think means we're safe. You never really know, but we think so. So let's go hit the button. Yup. They play with your emotions a little bit, even when you get it right. So we have this nice, beautiful view of the ocean. So going out here, I guess, is a mistake. Okay, well, I'm a bit confused now. That was just complete game over, I guess. Well, no, the thing's different on the lamp now. I'm just confused all the way around. So did we start all the way over? I guess we started all the way over. Let's go, girl. What about this picture? Yeah, go ahead. Let's go out the door. Or the picture. You know, as old and decrepit as this house is, guys, this is a very pretty game to look at. Good night, Drew. Thanks for stopping by. Rob S. What's up, bro? Thanks for checking in with us. You're in for a show tonight, pal. Well, Rosa says, so we're going to see her die in many new and interesting ways if things go awry. This is a puzzle game, man. Things are going to go awry, for sure. All right, go hit the button, girl. Oh, there's a blender in here now. Why is there a blender in here now? Yeah, do that. Yeah, go. Yes. So for whatever reason, the the room's different now. Like there's different stuff in here. All right, girl. She say something was shitty? All right, so now we got to figure out this this train puzzle, right? So as it stands, we have to figure out. Well, I need to know what the goal is here. Like, I know not to get her head chopped off. That's a pretty good goal to have. But where are we supposed to make this thing go? I guess through that little goal there. See the little thing with flags on it? I guess that's what we're doing. So, before it went into one of these doors. Does it have to hit all the, I bet it needs to hit all the things with the flags on it. Man, I just don't know. Trial and error, I guess. Let's flip all the switches. Yes, that one. Okay, so now the symbols on the wall have changed. So I guess that tells you where the thing's going to go. So where do we want it to go? Becomes the question. Go hit this one over here, girl. So, and hit that one over there. What was that little bell? I got jingle bells on? I didn't mean to ring the jingle bells. Yeah, she is a hoe, that's right. These things keep switching, and I don't know what we're doing here. So it's going to come down that way. It's going to go in that one and back out this one. Now the question becomes, no, after she hits the button, she's trapped. So we have to have the configuration correct to start with. So let's see here. So we're going to come around, hit that curve, go through there. And that's just going to put us in an endless loop if we leave it as it is. It's just going to keep doing the same thing. So we need to change this one back. Alright, which will curve that one off, bring it here, and it'll go in there, come out there, and then we still have the same problem that it's an endless loop. Right? It comes in that, comes back out over there. So let's change that one. Unless, do we have to get all the flags up? Is that what's happening here? Because if we have to get all the flags up, then we're going to need the endless loop, right? But, I mean, she can't, after she hits the button, she's trapped. So it has to be set before we hit the button. So as it stands right now, we're going to go around the outer perimeter, come down this way, and into this little door. Let's just see what this does. Hit that, girl. Yes, yes, that. Hit that. Yes. Aso. Alright, so let's see what happens this time. Okay, so they switch. Alright, so they switch when you run over them. Alright, so we're dead this time. Here's what it is. Sorry, little girl. Never gets old. But now we have a bit better understanding of how the puzzle works. Whoop. All right. Let's go back to the same room. And to answer the chat, no, you can see pretty good from where you're at. I don't need different views. I just didn't really understand how the thing works. So the way it works is when you run over those floor panels, the track changes automatically. So we're probably going to have to, I don't know what these flags, what purpose they present. We're probably going to have to get all the flags up. I'm not 100% on that one. When you get all the flags upward, then I assume that this little piece of track right here is going to flip over and allow you to go in the correct door that you need to go into. So we need to figure out how to get these two flags up. So as it stands right now, it comes around and it's going to hit that flag as we want it to. Switch this one, little girl. Yes, that's the one. Alright, so that's what we want. So now it's going to hit both flags. And when it does that, it's going, if my theory is correct, they're all going to be up, and that's going to turn over. The question becomes then, what happens when it goes through that door? It comes back out here, and that's going to be flipped over. Yeah, I think this is the solution. I think that switch is the only thing we need to do. Hit it, girl. Let's see if we're right. Yep, that one. I think this is it. If my understanding of what's happening here is correct, this will do it. So, ding, ding. Now we're going to come out over there, right down through here, into the other door, and through the goal. Boom. We did it. We solved our first puzzle. Is she gonna die anyway? What? Okay, so she didn't fall down the cliff that time. That's a big that's a big plus, right? So why are the flowers dying? We did it right that time. And we're here again. Do we have to keep going outside? Is that what's up? And when we kill all the flowers, we win? I don't know. Let's go again, girl. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of confused.
Hello?
Yup.
No.
No, she doesn't get a translation. We just have to pretend like we know what she's saying. Alright, so the house is different again. Very different. There's still a blender in here. It makes you wonder what's through that door now, right? Alright, open this. Yeah, that. Yes.
No.
about the blender? Hit the blender. So I don't know. Did we go in the same room or did we go back the other way? Go ahead, hit the button. Let's see what happens. Yes, yes. It worked. You have an amazingly positive attitude, little girl, considering. Okay, so we have a completely different room here now, which makes me wonder what's on the other side of the hallway. Apparently, every time we start over, we have something different. Alright, so 5 red lights on this one. Let's see. Well, first of all, let's start with the obvious. Yes. It's alright. Let's do this one. Sakugo. There we go. Alright, so we got a green light just from doing that. Yeah, Edo. Yes. Two green lights. Alright, so in case you guys have not noticed what it is exactly that I'm doing here. I didn't mean to ring the bell, damn it. There are pictures on the wall that I assume are, this is my cue is for the order we're supposed to be going in. And there are symbols on the floor over there that correspond. So, yeah, I know, right? That one. Sakugo. 3 green lights. Alright. Now the problem becomes I need to be over on the back side of that to tell her to pull it backward. Or maybe I can tell her to push it. Yeah, push it. Push it good. Push it. 4. And then this one.
Hello?
Hello.
Ne.
5 green lights. Boom. Let's get out of here.
Uso. Ne.
Right. Salt and Pepper and Weasel. What's up, State of VR? I almost feel like I should be failing at these puzzles on purpose. Like, this is going to be a boring stream if I figure them all out on the first try. It's a mirror. You say you want a hot dog? I don't throw it. We could use that. I don't have a hot dog. Okay. The flowers keep dying. I guess that's the goal. I don't know, man. I still really don't know what's happening. We have a new picture on the wall. Spaced Innocence is how's this turning out? Well, we figured out how to solve the puzzles, but I don't know what it's all leading toward. And I feel like I should not be solving the puzzles so I can watch this girl get chewed up. But yeah, that's how it's going. Alright, so now that door's all boarded up. We can't go that way. Let's try the blender again. I need a smoothie, yo. And there's only one choice, girl. Hit the button. Yeah, do the only thing. Alright. Copicus. Feature what? So the room is different again. And we have symbols being projected. And we have symbols scrolled on the wall. So it looks like we need to reverse. Here, hit this thing, girl. What's that do?
Hello?
Yes.
네.
Look at the stains on the floor. So that changes. Okay, I see. So, no, change that back. That one was correct to start with, I think. Yeah, so that's correct right there. Now we need to switch the other two. Hit this one. This one. Alright, very good. And now hit this one. No, not that. This one. Hit it again. It didn't turn. Huh. Okay. Alright, maybe we did it backwards. Hit it again. No, over here, bitch. Hit it again. Alright, now hit this one. There we go, green light. So notice that there are symbols on the lower walls with the pictures, and there are symbols on the upper walls with the projections. And the symbols on the upper walls are reversed from the ones on the lower wall. So I reversed the projections from what the pictures were, and we got a green light. Let's hit the button. Yes. I really hope these puzzles get more difficult, guys.
Criado hiciezonos. Yang hacia como. I don't know, yes.
Hey, bring that back here. How else am I supposed to communicate? Okay, so this one's called the Devil. Maybe it'll take a turn here. Who knows? Yeah, I know. There's a lot of puzzles and not much blood, huh? Yeah, we might just have to kill her one time on purpose if the puzzles don't start to get a little more difficult. Oh, shit. I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants to do. So let's get a look at the room here. So obviously this is the puzzle. We have to stop this guy. Alright, so I guess we have to kill all the flowers before the blood thing here fills up. And this is a bit more of a difficult puzzle, as we have to deal with this dude while we solve the puzzle. Alright, over here, girl. Hit that one. Get up, girl. Hit this button. What, really? What the fuck are we gonna do? Okay, so, alright. So when he threw her into the wall, it turned that one on. Alright, so that's not working. But the blood thing isn't filling up, or at least it doesn't seem to be. So I guess I need to hit that dude at just precisely the right moment to throw her into the correct switch. Again, the graphics in this thing are freaking crazy. Like, very realistic. Extremely realistic. What the fuck, man? I don't know, guys. I'm kind of stumped here. Hit the button. Hit it. Man, I don't know. Hey, what's up, GT? I'm trying to figure out how to get around this dude. Like, we had our easy time getting here. But I don't know what to do about this guy. We keep repeating the same thing over and over again. Maybe we let him pull her way back that direction before we start hitting him. I did the same shit. Unless I'm trying to figure out a way I can stop him and instruct her to hit that fucking button. Yeah, no, right. It goes from the easiest puzzles ever to like this, which it doesn't give you any time to think. Like, he grabs her immediately. Come here, little girl. Rattle, rattle. Let's not hit the light yet. I guess we have to hit the light. There we go. So you have to blind him and instruct her in the same move. So you start with it in his eyes and then look over at the button. Oh shit. Go over there. I mean, how is that dude still... There's still 2 more buttons, guys. Don't get too excited. Hit the button again. Well, we made it. Or did we make it? I don't fucking even know anymore. We did make it. Son of a bitch. I gotta admit, I had my doubts that time. Are you kidding me? You can't win for losing, guys. It's tough all over. This one's called First Tell. And there's a Kabbalah symbol. I don't even know what's happening here, guys. Was that the whole thing? No way that was the whole thing. This has to be the opening credits. This game launched for $40. No way that was the whole game. No way that was the whole game. It can't be. That had to be the opening credits, right? Okay. Okay. Now we're good. That was the opening scene, guys. That was the tutorial, if you will. All right. I feel better now. I was scared for a minute. Like, they're going to charge $40 for that? No way. All right, this is more like it. Let's see what we've got here. What the actual F is that? Is that a mirror? Okay. How about the radio then? My favorite song. What about this thing over here?
Equals a stupid.
It's a puzzle, yeah. It's a puzzle game. What about this? Okay, what about that? What's in that corner over there? Did she say it's all good? Hmm. Is it just as obvious as going through the damn open door? Okay. Hmm. Now in the early levels you guys saw, there were clues, visual cues that kind of told you what was happening. Does not appear to be the case this time. We're gonna have to trial and error this bitch. I hear like switches whenever she hits this stuff. Hmm. Alright, how about the lever then? Oh, okay, I get it. Time to play Simon. What do you say we, she's, damn it, that thing hanging off the lamp is reminding me of a MacGuffin from a movie or a TV show, and it's killing me. Cannot place it. What is it? The, thing hanging off of the, it's, it reminded me of, Conan the Barbarian. The symbol of, Thulsa Doon is what it looked like to me. I'm gonna mess this up on purpose because I just want to see what happens to her when I get it wrong. Poison gas? Okay. We'll take it. We don't want poison gas in every room, but we'll let them have one poison gas.
Hello? ねえ。女の、手前。
Oh, did I hit the wrong thing? I must have, huh? I thought I had it. Now we gotta start all over again. Damn it.
ね
Never ending story. Hey, good call.
え。女の、
This game is kind of cool, but the interactions are so slow. I don't remember if it was red or blue, honestly. Nope. Damn it. Alright, I gotta focus, guys. Forgive me. Tired of this puzzle.
嘘。ねえ。女の、
Oh, you bastards. Oh, thought I was gonna fuck that one up for sure. Temperance, this one is called. Interesting.
あらなティのことないぴょったな。できやた。 やねってらぼく。
So I hear things coming from both rooms. I heard things coming from the right-handed room first, but I hear them from both rooms now.
おでころとかてん、えだここだよの。
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do that. Go over there.
あてや、まくこい。ねえ。
Oh, we're doing this again? Only different. Way different. I don't quite understand. Go ahead and flip that up.
うさこぐ。
Yes. Damn it, go. Hmm.
うさこぐ。 ヘロ。ねえ。
Okay. I don't understand what all these little things are. Don't understand what that is. Hit that thing right there. What is that?
うさ。ねえ。
So we have connections. Let's start with this, I guess. Okay. Now hit that light again. Man, I'm still kind of lost. What the fuck's happening here? Hit it again. Hmm. I wish there were like green lights somewhere where I could tell if I'm getting this thing right or not. I'm kind of following a little bit of logic with it here, but I don't know. Hmm.
Hello? No.
Jump! I guess we got it wrong, huh? Yeah, I'm good, GT. We figured out the devil guy, but now we're on to a new problem. Alright, what do you say we go check out the other way? that one stumped me a little bit.
間に合ったリポートのね
Ah, so. I did see the Vive flow leaks, and my thoughts are this: the Vive flow leak said that is a
あれは道はケーブルにださ
$500 device, and my thought on that is, if it is indeed a $500 device, then it needs the game, right? You are you paying $500 for a media viewer? I don't think anyone else is either. But if it games, then I really like the form factor. It looks super comfy. You know, it's compact. All right, so we have
はいるだけに寝てでろ
we need to equal out the weight of 3 red. So 1 red and 2 green equals 2 blues. And 1 red and 1 blue equals 2 greens. So the scales behind the glass, that's our key. Those are our clues. We need to think about this logically. So if 1 red and 2 greens equals 2 blues, and 1 red and 1 blue equals 2 greens, then obviously 1 blue equals 2 greens. All right? So if 1 red and 2 greens wait a minute, hold on. 1 red and 2 greens is the same as 2 blues. 1 red and 1 blue is the same as 2 greens. Right? That's what it's saying. So basically, the red and the blue are interchangeable. Is what that means. No, it's not what that means. 2 blues is the same as a red and 2 greens. 2 greens is the same as a red and a blue. So we need to work this out. This is algebra. It's an algebra problem I have to freaking work out in my head, which is horrible. It's a 3-factor algebra problem, and we have to solve for friggin' Z with no paper. All right, just give me a minute to ponder this. Sorry, this can't be exciting television, but I'll figure this one out after I think about it. It better be the best damn prawn viewing device. It'll probably be, well, I want to know what the displays are, right? We need to know what the displays are. I mean, if it's some kind of crazy friggin', 4K per eye OLED, it might be pretty cool. But I don't see myself ever dropping $500 on a media viewer. I don't care if it's the best media viewer ever. It better game. All right. So we need to factor this out. Bear with me just a moment while I think to myself. All right, so we have a common factor there in the 2 greens. right? The 2 greens on both. 1 red on both. The only difference is there's 1 blue versus 2. Stop moving. I don't want to hear your footsteps. I'm thinking. One blue and 1 red add up to 2 greens. 2 blues add up to 2 greens and the red. We basically have to solve for red or solve for green. The blue is the key to solving for those two, how they associate with one another. Green plus green plus red equals 2 blue. I don't want to have to stop and get a piece of paper. I really don't want to stand up and go get a fucking piece of paper to work this out. So if we add red to that, it takes so how many reds is equal to a green, or how many greens is equal to 1 red? So if we subtract blue from each, 2 greens equals red, 2 greens and a red equals blue. Ah, fuck, man, I don't know. Probably be better off just guessing at this point. My brain's scrambled. This is math, dude. Why are they putting math in this? So we know that 2 greens equals 2 blues minus red. And we know that 2 greens also equals a blue and a red. So that means that the blues are, okay, I got it. So just doing some simple algebra here. If you're looking at one, we're trying to solve for green, right? So if 2 greens plus red equals 2 blues, then 2 greens also equals 2 blues minus red. All right, 2 greens equals 2 blues minus red. And 2 greens also equals blue plus red. So what that means is that each blue is the same as 2 reds. Okay? And if we know that each blue is 2 reds, then we know that 2 greens equals 3 reds, right? So if we have 3 reds total, 1, 2, 3 reds, and each one of those is 2 greens, 3 times 2 is 6. So we need all 6 of those. Why are they putting fucking algebra in VR puzzle games? This is bullshit. I don't want to think about this shit. All of them, baby. We got to use all of them. Slow. So slow. You guys follow along with what I did there? How I worked that out? It's basic algebra principle. You can take from one side and put it on the other. The scale itself, the scale is an equal sign. So when the scale's balanced, it's an equal sign. And you can take anything from one side of the equal sign to the other by reversing its value. So when we see 2 green plus red equals 2 blue, we can take the red and put it on the other side to solve for green. So if it's 2 green plus red, and we're moving the red to the other side, then it becomes minus red, right? So 2 green equals 2 blue minus red. And we already have 2 green on the other side. So we know that 2 blue minus red is the same thing as 1 blue and 1 red. So basically what that means is that each blue is 2 reds. And that gives us what the value of red is, right? As we can see that 3 reds, you know, if we exchange that 1 blue over there with 2 reds, then 3 reds equals 2 greens. So, right, so 3 times 2 equals 6. We have to use every one of these fucking things. These people in Asia need to quit doing so much math. Like, I gotta imagine this splits people's brains. I went to school for math. Like, I gotta imagine people probably nope out on this one pretty regularly. Alright, hit the button. They're gonna make me do 5 of these fucking things. Yes, hit the button. No way. That's bullshit. Where did I go wrong? Did I think this through wrong? Hey, what's up, Dark Angel? Just trying to figure this shit out. She says the answer is 42. It must be. Because that all made sense to me. And now I'm being eaten by a snake. Where was my logic flawed there? Where did I make a mistake? It had to be in the final comparison. I must have missed something. Let's try that again. I'm going right back to that one because now I'm confused and I have to know the answer. Alright, so again, we're solving for green and red. And the factor that is common between the two is blue. So solving for green on the far scale, 2 green plus red equals 2 blue. 2 green equals 2 blue minus red. Okay. So we know that 2 green is going to equal 2 blue minus 1 red. We also already know from the other one that 2 green also equals 1 blue plus 1 red. So we know that 1 blue plus 1 red equals 2 blue minus 1 red. And then to solve for red, we move the blue to the, well, yeah, so if 2 blue minus 1 red equals 1 blue plus 1 red, 1 blue plus 1 red. See, this is why I need paper. 1 blue plus 1 red equals 2 blue minus 1 red. Alright, so yeah, dude. Then either way you look at it, 2 blue equals 1 blue plus 2 red, which means that 1 blue is equal to 2 red, right? And that should work both ways. 1 blue is equal to 2 red. So that means 2 green is equal to 1 red. No. If 1 blue, okay, if 1 blue is 2 reds, then 4 reds equals 1 red plus 2 greens. And again, 1 blue equals 2 red. So 3 reds equals 2 greens. 3 reds equals 2 greens. I got it backwards. 3 reds is 2 greens. So just 2 of them then, right? Let's look at that on both ways. So it should balance on all 3 scales if I'm right. So 3 reds, looking at the first one, assuming that a blue is 2 reds, that would make that 3 reds is 2 greens. Looking at the other one, we've got 4 reds on one side, and then 3 reds equals 2 greens, 4 reds on the other side. So 3 reds equals 2 greens. I did it wrong. This is what happens when you do algebra without fucking paper. It's 2. The answer's 2. One more, baby. Let's go. Although that snake was kind of cool. We might want to do that one more time before we go. Hit the button. Yeah, I saw. You saw. Go. There we go. Now we're on top of it. I need some fucking paper to do 4 more of these. Jesus. Oh, now they're putting different colors behind the friggin'... Oh, jeez. Maths. What's up, Dart? Thanks for hanging out. 3 a.m. math. How about that? You weren't counting on that, were you? Snakes and little Japanese girls and math. All right, and now we've got 3 equations over there to figure out, just to even figure out what each one of these is worth. Oh, brother. This is a nightmare. Move out of the way. Get out of my way. I need to see. All right. This is literally matrices. This is multiple equations that all kind of work together. This is a matrix. This is the definition of an algebraic matrix. Alright, so each pink one is 3 yellows. I'm going to have to get fucking paper involved in this shit, and I don't want to. Each pink is 3 yellows. So we know that there's 3 yellows. Do we have a relationship between blue and yellow? We do. Okay. Each yellow is 3 blues. Because we can knock that off and solve for yellow. So we know the relationship between pink and yellow. We know the relationship between blue and yellow. So maybe this won't be so bad. Is there any orange? We don't even have to look at the orange. That's just a red herring. All right. Each pink is 3 yellows. Each yellow is 3 blues. So we have 3 yellows. Oh, God, they make it so much more difficult by... Okay, all right. So I need a grand total here of 3 2/3 of a yellow. Now, how do we fraction out the yellows? Is it just by using blue, right? But we don't have blue. So that's where the orange comes in. The orange is going to be some kind of the key to this. Right, that's 2/3 of one yellow. So we have 3 2/3 yellows on that side. So wait a minute. No. We can do this. No, we got to solve for orange. It's the only way it's going to work. Because that's the only way we're going to get fractions of a yellow with no blues. So we need to learn the relationship between blues and orange to get this. The pink cancels out, right? We can just put a pink on there and cancel the pink out. The question is how do we get those 2 blues? And the only way to do that is by using something else. So we've got to solve for orange, unfortunately. All right, so 1 orange is equal to 2 blues and a yellow. Okay. All right, and we know that each yellow... Shut up! I'm thinking. Each yellow is 3 blues. 2 blues and a yellow is 5 blues. So, fuck, man. Let's not get crossed up like we did last time. Each yellow, or each orange rather, is 2 blues and a yellow. And we know that a yellow is 3 blues. So each orange is equal to 5 blues. Okay. So 5 blues is 1 2/3 yellows. And we figured out that we're trying to get 3 2/3 yellows. So we need an orange, right? Fuck, I need paper for this, dude. This is hard to do in your head. All right. We need 5 blues. We have 5 blues for every orange. 5 blues for every orange. And we know that 3 blues is 1 yellow. So that's 1 yellow, 1 2/3 yellow. And we're trying to get 3 2/3 yellow. Right? That's what we're trying to get here. 3 2/3 yellow. So the 2 yellows plus 1 orange should give us what we need. Hopefully I didn't fuck that thinking up. But I think that's right. It's ridiculous doing fucking algebra matrices out loud with no paper. One more yellow should do it. Because that'll give us 3 2/3, which is what we've got there. Alright, hit the button. And if not, we all get to see a happy snake. Ah, so. Boom. Did it. 3 more to go, guys. Compelling television, eh? What's up, Ray Pope? Weren't counting on math, were you? Alright, 2 purples. So we can see that a purple is a yellow minus a green. And we have scales that are out of balance. Dude, they're making it too hard, man. They're making it too hard. Yellow minus green is purple. But purple is way more than green, obviously. And 3 greens is way more than yellow. So, this is even worse, man. This is even worse. Alright. Because now we don't have equal signs. Now we have greater and less than that gets mixed in. And this, fuck, we're not even halfway through this thing. Alright. Purple is greater than green. And 3 greens is greater than yellow. But what doesn't say anything about 2 greens, right? We know that purple plus 1 green is even with yellow. Okay, so that's got to be the key right there, right? We know that purple is greater than green, and purple is equal to green to yellow minus a green. So if yellow minus, all right, if yellow minus green is still more than 1 green, right? Because purple is yellow minus green. If we know that, then we know that yellow minus green is more than green, which means that it can't be 2 green, right? That the yellow minus green is still more than 1 green, which means that yellow minus green is more than 2 green, which is 3 green, which we see that. Wait a minute. No. No. No, 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 no. Purple equals yellow minus green. Yellow minus green is more than 1 green. So yellow minus green, yellow minus green is more than 1 green, and yellow is less than 3 greens. So if yellow minus green is more than 1, and yellow is less than 3, then yellow has to be 2, right? So, no, yellow has to be, fuck, man, that don't make sense. Yellow minus green is equal to purple. Yellow minus green is greater than green. So we know that whatever yellow is, if we take 1 green away from it, it's still more than 1. So yellow has to be more than 2 greens. but 3 greens is more than yellow. So it's like, it would have to be like a 2.5 or something. 2 and a fraction. Or my thinking is just crossed and I'm confused. It's right in front of me, guys. I'm just having trouble putting it together. The only thing that we know is that yellow minus green is equal to purple. And that means that yellow minus green... Hold on. Yellow minus green is more than 1 green. So if yellow minus green is more than 1 green, and 3 is more than yellow, then that means that the yellow is like some kind of a friggin' 2.5 greens or something, 2 1/3, 2.1. It doesn't matter. It's more than 2. Because if it weren't, it would be equal. If yellow were 2 greens, then that scale would balance. Because purple would be 2 minus 1. And that would be even. So basically, okay. So if we know that it's more than 2, but it's less than 3, it's a fraction. Let's think about that. It's like 2 and some fraction. Then it could only be 5, right? It would have to, the only answer it could be is 5. You guys see where I'm going with this? Like, I don't know exactly what the answer would be. It could be anywhere between 2 and 3. For each purple. But to use all 6 would be too many, because that would... We've already outruled that. I think it's 5. Let's try 5. I think it's 5. I think that yellow is 2.5. I think that each yellow is 2.5 greens. And if that's true, if each yellow is 2.5 greens, then each purple is 1.5 greens. Right? Because... So that would be 3 then, right? 3 green. Does that work? So if each purple was 3 greens, that would be 4 to be equal with that. It would still keep that. Alright, so we're on the right path here. I've got 2 lines of thought that are conflicting. One of them is an error and one of them's not. Alright, so let's work through it one more time. Yellow minus green is greater than 1 green. Okay, so we know it's more than 1. And 3... So it's more than 1. It's not more than 2. It's more than 1. Right? Yellow minus green is greater than 1. 3 greens is greater than yellow. So it's between 1 and 3. Right? So... But it couldn't be... Fuck, man. If it's 2, then that would be equal. So it would have to be more than 2. It would have to be like... You guys probably already have this shit figured out, right? No, you can't save, man. You just come back to the room. I mean, you won't lose which room you're in, but you can't save your way halfway through the puzzle. All right. From the top. Purple equals yellow minus green. Yellow minus green is greater than 1 green. So that means that yellow has to be more than 2. Because if yellow were 2, yellow minus green would not be greater than 1. It would be equal to 1. So yellow has to be more than 2 and less than 3, which means the only thing it could be is 2.5. Or something. More than 2. So if yellow is more than 2, then more than 2 greens. That means that, so if yellow is more than 2 and less than 3, then purple is, alright, so it's more than 2 and less than 3. Purple's the same as that minus 1. So that means that purple is between 1 and 2 greens. Right? If yellow minus green equals purple, yellow minus 1 equals purple, and we know that yellow has to be more than 2, then we know that purple has to be less than 2. Right? And if purple is less than 2 greens, but more than 1, then it has to be 1.5. Right? Because 4 would be 2, and 2 would be 1. So I think 3 is the answer. I think I made the mistake the first time around when I thought it was 5. I was confusing yellow and purple in my head and forgetting that I had to subtract 1 to get purple still. So instead of 2.5, it's 1.5. And if it's 1.5, then the answer is 3. If it's 2.5, the answer is 5. If it's 1.5, the answer is 3. And I think it's 3. Go, yes. Yep, we got it. Purple equals 1.5. Why are we doing fractions in our fucking algebra, people? This is stupid. Now they're going to make it even worse. Well, at least we have, at least everything's equal over there now. We don't have greater than and less than that we have to deal with. I mean, that's bullshit. Greater than and less than. If you get greater than and less than, then there's like, you don't necessarily get a hard answer. That's why we're doing 1.5 in this stupid math, because they had greater than and less than. So we had to find a range of possible answers. The answers could have been anywhere between 1 and 2. The only thing that gave it away was the number of possible blocks that we had to go with on this table here. If it weren't for that, we would have never known what purple was. So we have to remember that sometimes what's on the table is a clue too, not just what's behind the glass. Got 2 more of these damn things to do. Alright, so 3 pinks. We have to solve for pink. So we're going to start with the one in the corner first. 1 pink plus 2 greens equals 1 green plus yellow. Alright, so we know that pink equals yellow minus green. Pink equals yellow minus green. We know that. So now we have to find out what yellow is. Pink equals yellow minus green. So what is yellow? How many well, if we solve for yellow on this one, we know that yellow is 2 greens plus blue. So if pink is yellow minus green, and yellow is blue plus 2 green, then yellow minus green is blue plus 2 green plus blue. Yellow minus green is 2 green plus blue. Right? No, I'm getting confused. I'm crossing my colors up. I need to get paper. A lot of what's just crossing me up here is that I'm trying to do this shit all in my head without writing it down, and I'm confusing my colors. So if you would just bear with me for 30 seconds while I grab a sheet of paper. This shit's getting too crazy for me to figure it all out in my head. Stuff's gonna put me in an early grave, people. No, yeah, your mama too, okay? Wolverosa says, passed out for a minute. Well, how could you pass out with this kind of action going on, man? Yeah, right, Dark Angel. The second time I've ever had to pull out pen and paper for a puzzle game. Only this time it's not for clues. It's to work out stupid algebraic matrices. All right. So let's start over here. We're solving for pink. Shut up. I'm thinking. We're solving for pink because pink's behind the bars. So we see pink over there. Pink plus 2 green equals yellow plus green. So we subtract 2 green from both sides to solve for pink. So pink equals that minus 2 green. The greens cancel out. So pink equals yellow minus green. So I'm going to write that down. Pink equals yellow minus green. Okay. So now we know that pink equals yellow minus green. Let's figure out what yellow is. Well, we can see that yellow plus blue is the same thing as 2 blue and 2 green. We subtract the 1 blue from both sides. Again, the balanced scale is an equal sign. You can do the same thing. You can do anything you want on one side of the equal sign as long as you do it on the other side. So to solve for yellow, we got to get rid of blue. So we get rid of blue on this side, leaves us with just yellow. Yellow equals 1 blue because we got rid of one, right? You get rid of one on one side, you got to get rid of it on the other. 1 blue plus 2 green. So yellow equals blue plus 2 green. Right? Right. 2 green plus blue equals yellow. So now we know two things about yellow. So we can take our first equation and we can solve for yellow in relation to pink, but that really does us no good because we only have the one pink. We also, you know, if pink equals yellow minus green, then minus green equals pink minus yellow. But that really don't fucking matter because we don't know what pink is. We need the yellow to figure out what pink is. So pink equals yellow minus green. So we can substitute blue plus 2 green in for yellow. So now we know that pink equals blue plus green. Each pink is, hold on, pink equals yellow minus green. So pink equals blue plus 2 green minus green. Blue plus 2 green minus green is the same thing as blue plus green. So now we know that pink equals blue plus green. So if pink equals blue plus green, then we need 3 blues and 3 greens. Well, we don't have 3 blues and 3 greens. We have to incorporate yellow into it. Again, we know that yellow is 1 blue and 2 greens. Right? We need, all right. Let me think about this again. We've got it here. The paper's helping. We need 3 pinks. And if a pink is a blue and a green, then we need 3 blues and 3 greens. Well, we don't have 3 blues and 3 greens, but we do have yellows. And we know each yellow is 2 greens and a blue. So if we need 3 blues and 3 greens and we start with 1 blue and 2 greens, then we should be able to put a yellow, 2 more blues, and 1 more green. All right, that should work. I hope you guys are able to follow along with all that. I know it's confusing. Yellow. Put it over there. Where else are you going to put it at? Why are you waiting on me to tell you to put it over there? Where else are you going to put it at? All right, so that is the same thing from our second equation we worked out. From that scale all the way to the right, we know that that yellow is 1 blue and 2 greens. Okay? We need to get 3 and 3. If that's 1 blue and we need 3, we need both of these blues on there. Put it on the plate, bitch. Where else? Coke? It is late. Probably would help. Get the other one. Put it on the plate. Chop it up. Cut us some lines. Alright. So now that is 3 blues and 2 greens per our calculations. We just need 1 more green. Alright. A Coke? Alright, so let me just, one more time before we hit the button. If pink equals yellow minus green, then pink equals blue plus 2 green minus green, which means pink equals blue plus green. If we have 3 pinks, that's 3 blues plus 3 greens. And a yellow is a blue and 2 greens. So 1, 2, 3 blue, 2, 3 greens. That should be what we need. Yes. Hit the big button. You dumb bitch. Yes, hit it. Whose idea was this? This is the dumbest shit ever. Why are they doing that? Why do you put this in a VR game? This is so stupid. I mean, I know how to do this stuff, and it's not fun. Like, does anybody think this is fun? I mean, I guess there's some sense of reward and accomplishment in being able to do this. But, like, literally, I learned this shit in college, and, like, this is the first time I've ever had to use it. Who knew it would be preparing me for my future career in VR content creation? Alright, so now we're back to the fucking less than and greater than bullshit. And these all have multiple variables. This one's going to suck the worst of all. Unless we can just, like last time, find a shortcut around having to solve all of it. I have my doubts. Anyway, give me 5 seconds here to not think about math, and then we'll do it. I will choose my game more wisely next time. Jeez. I wanted to watch this girl get ground up, but man. Remember the train puzzle? That was great, wasn't it? Alright. We are solving for green this time, ladies and gentlemen. Solving for green, because green is behind bars. So let's find if we can isolate green. Okay. We can isolate one green there, but that doesn't really help. We can isolate 2 greens there. That's a pretty clean equation. Actually, no, wait a minute. We got to watch the less than and greater than. So we have to start with the equals. We need to start with the equals. All right. So we know that 1 green equals 2 green plus red minus yellow. So red minus yellow has to equal green, right? If 2 green plus red minus yellow, then red minus yellow is equal to 1 green. So let's write that down. Let's start with that. Red minus yellow equals green. Green equals red minus yellow. You guys see how we're getting that? We've got 1 green on that scale, that equal scale right in front of us, the one all the way to the right. And to get the green by itself, we need to subtract yellow. Subtract yellow on one side, you got to subtract it on the other. So 1 green on this side equals 2 greens on that side plus red minus yellow. So if 2 greens plus red minus yellow equals 1 green, then red minus yellow has to be equal to like negative 1 green, right? Red minus yellow equals minus 1 green. It's minus 1 green because it has to be minus 1 green to take 1 away. Red minus yellow equals minus 1 green. Yeah, that's right. Red minus yellow equals minus green. So red minus yellow equals minus green. I don't know if that's even going to be able to help me or not. But we got it. We also know that 2 greens equals 1 green plus yellow minus red. 2 greens equals 1 green plus yellow minus red. So that means that yellow minus red is equal to green. So we had it backwards the first time. Green equals yellow minus red. That's correct. Because we minus red off of this side, we have to minus it off the other side. Yellow minus red equals, well, green plus yellow minus red equals 2 greens. So, yeah, yellow minus red has to be 1 green. Because you take 1 green away from each side, and that's what you get. Yellow. We also know that yellow equals, my controllers are shutting down because they're sitting there for so long. So if we subtract 1 green from both sides of that, we also learned that yellow is equal to red plus green. So let's write that down. Yellow equals red plus green. This is all different configurations of the same fact. It all means the same thing. But these are clues. These are clues as to what the eventual answer is going to be. So we've got some relationships figured out here. Let's go over to the other equal sign over there. There's only 2. The other ones are less than and greater than. I'm hoping I can figure this out without getting into less than and greater than, because that's going to be just fucking confusing if I can't. So we know some general things here. Green equals yellow minus red. We know that yellow equals red plus green. What about purple or pink? I guess it's, well, no, pink's pink. Or no, pink's red. I'm starting to notice that the one I've been calling red is actually pink. The one that I just called pink is actually kind of purple. We're going to call it pink. It's like a hot pink. We need to figure out what that is and how it works into all of this. Well, using the same rules, we get rid of the red ring, and we learn that pink equals 2 green plus red. So let's write that down. Pink equals 2 green plus red. And we know that red is yellow minus green. And we know that yellow is red plus green. Right. We need to get 3 greens. Okay. So what else can we do with this? I don't think we can do much. Not like not without looking at these other fucking things. I don't want to look at those. I don't want to think about them. Let's look at chat. Fun watching. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad it's fun. That's like, even it isn't bad enough that this is frustrating. I thought that it was boring too. So I'm glad that you're at least being entertained by me trying to figure this shit out. That is some consolation here that people find this entertaining, because I would probably think that this is the most boring shit ever to watch. But we're gonna figure it out if it takes fucking hours, which it has. Alright, so let's start to think about what we know. We need to get to 3 green. Right? And one of those pinks is 2 green and a red. So if we factor in that pink at all, then we just basically, we're going to need a fraction of a green. Is any of this shit a fraction of a green? Well, yellow isn't, because yellow is green plus red. So I don't even think that we're going to use the pink. Right? If we know for a fact that pink is more than 2 greens. We know that pink's more than 2 greens. Unless pink is 3 greens, I mean, if that's true, if pink is really 3 greens, then that means that red and green are equal. Because pink is 2 greens plus red. So if pink is actually 3 greens and the only answer is just 1 pink, then that means that red is green. Red and green are the same thing. So does that work? Let's think about it. If pink is 3 greens and red is 1 green, then 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. That works, right? If pink is really 3 greens, look at the second scale over there. If pink is 3 greens and red is 1 green, then that equals 4 greens on that side, and it equals 4 greens on the other side. That works. So let's go with that. Let's assume that this is true and work through all of these. So what does that mean for yellow? If red and green are equal, what does that mean for yellow? Well, we know that yellow is red plus green. That would mean that yellow is the same as 2 greens. So if yellow is the same as 2 greens, then that's 3 greens on that side and 3 greens on that side. That works. Let's look at our greater than and less than. If yellow is 2 greens and red is 1, pink is 3, then we have 4 greens on that side being greater than 4 greens on that side. See, that doesn't work, does it? That doesn't work. Right? So if we were assuming that yellow was 2 greens because red was green, red and green are equal, yellow is 2 greens. Okay? 2 greens, 3 greens, 4 greens. Then pink, I think we've pretty much just proven that pink can't be 3 greens because it's more. If pink is 3 greens, then yellow is 2 greens. And that would mean 4. That would mean that third thing says 4 is greater than 4. That's not true. So pink can't be 3 greens, which means red can't be 1. Which means we're right back where we fucking started. Alright, so I need to get that idea out of my head and start my logic over. Alright, so I don't think we're going to use pink. Pink is out of the equation. Because the only way that pink is relevant is if it's 3, and we just proved that it can't be 3. So, fuck pink. So we have to figure out some combination of red and yellow that's going to give us 3 greens. We already know that yellow is red plus green. And we know that red is yellow minus green. Green is yellow minus red. Okay, so what makes all of that true? What value could either of these have that would make up? Shut up! Alright, let's think about this. I know it's going to end up being some stupid fraction shit again, and that's why it's going to be so difficult. It's going to be, the table is going to be the key to figuring this out. What's on the table? And if we can't use pink, it's all about red and yellow. And pink is either a red herring or it's the key to figuring out the value here. We figure out pink's relationship to yellow, we figure out pink's relationship to red, and then we compare. So why don't we do that? Let's get a group of definitions for pink, if we can. We can't though, because there's no yellow. Pink, we already know pink. Pink is 2 green plus 1 red. So if we know that, then we know 4 green plus red. 4 green plus red is more than is 4 green plus red is more than yellow plus green plus red. So let's work that out. There's something to be learned there. I know it. I'm just not able to conceptualize it. So we know that 4 green plus red is greater than 1 green plus 1 red plus yellow. And we can simplify that because we have a green and red on both sides. So that means that 3 greens is more than yellow. So we just learned something about yellow. Yellow is not as big as green. We know that. Or not as big as 3 greens anyway. It's less than 3 green. Yellow is less than 3 green. Okay, so what's the other thing we have here? Let's change pink. Remember, we know what pink is, so we can kind of use it in and out of these less than and greater than equations. So if we substitute what we know pink is, which is 2 green plus red, so we know that 2 greens plus 2 reds, 2 greens plus 2 reds is greater than 2 greens plus yellow. And now my pencil's fucking up. 2 greens plus yellow. We can eliminate the greens. On both sides are the same. So we know that 2 reds is greater than yellow. So we know reds are bigger than yellows now. Now we're getting somewhere. Or, no. 2 reds is more than 1 yellow. That's what we know. One yellow is less than 2 reds. So, we know that yellow is less than 3 greens and is less than 2 reds. We know that if you add a green and a red together, you get yellow. So, well, we need to get 3 greens. And now my other controller's shutting down. We need to get to 3 greens without pink, right? And we know yellow's less than 3 greens. We know that 2 reds is more than 1 yellow. So how much is a red and how much is yellow? Well, let's look back at our original thing here. Yellow equals green plus red. One green plus a red. And we know that a red equals a yellow minus a green. Yeah, red equals yellow minus green. God, this is hurting my fucking head. Are you guys enjoying this shit? I agree, Ray Pope. Abduction beats the shit out of this. Alright. Red equals yellow minus green. And yellow is more than 2 red. So if yellow is more than 2 red, then 2 is too much shit, man. If yellow is greater than 2 reds, and we know that red is yellow minus a green, then yellow minus a green is the same as red. But 2 reds... Shut up! Shut your jaw, bitch. I'm going to have to start trial and erroring this shit because this is hurting my brain. We know that we can't use pink, so it's all yellows and reds. We've already figured out yellow plus green equals red. And we have figured out that 2 reds is more than 1 yellow. So what the fuck does it point to? I'm so stumped on this one. There's too many variables. I don't remember the rules for solving matrices. There's rules to do this type of thing easily, but I was in school for this shit. Man, it was around 9/11. It was around 9/11 when I was studying this stuff. And I could have done it in 5 minutes back then, but I don't remember any of that shit now. Alright. 3 green is more than 1 yellow. So we're going to have to use more than 1 yellow. Red. Red equals yellow minus green. Green equals red plus yellow. So if green equals red, green equals yellow minus red. So if green equals yellow minus red, and 2 reds is more than 1 yellow, fuck, then we're getting into fractions like I thought, which is stupid. 2 reds is more than 1 yellow, so that's more than that. And red plus green is yellow. I really don't want to get it wrong. If I get it wrong, I'm going to have to do all 5 of this shit again. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that. Really the only... Maybe we shouldn't be discounting... Maybe we shouldn't be discounting the pink yet. Because pink is less than 3. And if we're dealing with fractions... then pink could still come into the equation. Like if pink equals like a red plus red or a red plus a yellow, then we could still go with pink. Is there a situation that we could test that in? Pink equals red plus red. Pink equals... No. Pink equals 2 greens and a red. If pink equals 2 greens and a red, and red... We don't have enough info about red. All we know about red is that it's yellow minus a green. is. So 2 greens. So if pink equals 2 greens plus red, and red is yellow minus green, then that's green, then pink would be plus pink equals 2 greens plus yellow minus green. So pink would be 1 green plus yellow. Pink equals green plus yellow, right? And so that's something. Pink equals green plus yellow. We can figure out that green equals pink plus yellow? No, pink minus yellow. Pink minus yellow. So if red is if red is, alright, so pink equals green minus yellow, right? Because red is green minus yellow. So 2 green plus another green minus yellow. I know. I'm gonna guess here soon. If you get it wrong and have to do all the puzzles again, I ain't buying it. I was almost going to pull the trigger and buy it. It's on Viveport Infinity. This one's just so complex, man. I keep confusing myself. We have to remember that it's fucking 4:30 in the morning. And I'm trying to figure this shit out. And there's so many variables. Like I could keep making more equations out of this. But the more you get, the more complex, the more shit you have to think about and look at. Right now I'm exploring the idea that maybe pink plus one of these other ones could possibly equal 3 greens. Because pink is almost 3 greens already. So if pink is the same as 2 greens plus red, then we need to add to it whatever that we would need to add to a red to make a green. So then that would mean that we need to know what the relationship between green and red are, right? If pink is 2 greens plus red and we're going to use a pink, then we need to add the difference to it to get to that third green. So what plus red equals green? Well, we know that green equals yellow minus red, right? So if yellow minus red equals green, what plus red equals green? Well, I mean, if yellow minus red equals green, then wouldn't yellow plus red equal green? No. No, that don't make sense. Yellow equals red plus green. We need to find the difference. What is green minus yellow? Or green minus red? What does green minus red equal? That's what we need to know. So green minus red green plus red is equal to yellow. We know that. Green plus red equals yellow. But we need to know what plus red equals green if we're going to use a pink. What plus red would equal green? Would it be 2 reds? Would 2 reds equal green? Is red a half of a green? Does that work? Well, let's look at that. See if that works. Is red half of a green? If we know that that pink is the same thing as 2 greens and if we know that pink is the same as 2 greens plus red, could red actually be half of a green? That could work there on that one. So if red is, we would have to know what yellow is definitively to really test this out. So if red is half of a green, then we have 2.5 greens over there. Move! Go over there. Get out of my fucking way. My theory is that red is a half a green. If red is a half a green, then the answer is pink red. Go over there. Get out of the way. Move. Alright. Then that would be, yeah, if that would be 2.5 greens, then that would make yellow 1.5 greens. Right? If that's 2.5, then yellow would be equal to 1.5. So let's look at our equations and see if that works. Is yellow 1.5? Well, that would mean that 1 is less than 1.5. That works. Or no, 1. No, that don't work. That don't work. Yellow can't be 1.5 because 2 reds is greater than yellow. So that don't work. Red cannot be 1/2. Alright. Well, is red plus yellow equal to a green? That's the other question. Can we figure that out? Well, I don't know if we can figure that out. We know that yellow equals red and a green. If yellow equals a red and a green, and red isn't 1/2, because that can't be 1.5. If that's 1.5, why can't that be 1.5 again? It's because two reds is more than yellow according to what we did a moment ago. Let's forget about that. Let's see, 1.5, that would be 2. And that would be 2.5. So that doesn't work. Red can't be a half with yellow being 1.5. Are red and yellow equal? Is that possible? No, it's not possible. It can't be possible because of the greens. Guys, I'm stumped here. I don't know. I don't want to just pick without knowing. And I'm getting tired of thinking about it. So pink plus green is greater than yellow plus red. Of course it is. Pink is fucking heavy. We know what pink is. We figured out pink was 2 greens and a red. Pink is 2 greens and a red. And shit, man, fuck this. Let me see. Let me 2 greens and 2 reds is greater than what am I even fucking doing here? I'm just gonna have to guess at it. This is taking too long, man, and I'm getting tired of thinking about it. Pink equals 2 greens plus red. And so that means that 4 greens plus red is much greater than, or greater than, 1 green, 1 red, 1 yellow. Okay, well, so if we know that pink is 2 greens plus red, then we know that 2 reds, yeah, that's right. Oh, guys, I'm so fucked. Can you save at any point? No. Do you save when you walk in a room? And when you come into a new room and you die and you get it wrong, then you just come back to the room at the beginning. Meaning, I've got 4 out of the 5 puzzles solved. If I get this wrong, then I've got to start all over again with it. Win, lose, or draw, I'm done after this. Like, I'm not going to keep going. I'd like to see what's in the next room. But man, this is hurting my brain. We figured out some very solid things here, but for some reason I'm not able to put it all together. Like there's something right in front of my face that I'm missing. Now, I'm really quickly here going to start a new sheet in case I made a mistake the first time and write down what I know. All right, we're solving for green. We know that green is equals, we can solve for green over there. Green equals 2 greens plus red minus yellow. So we know that each green is the same as twice itself plus a red minus yellow. So what that tells us is that red minus yellow equals green. Right? Yes. So we know that green equals red minus yellow. We know that from that right there. If 2 greens plus red minus yellow equals 1 green, then the only thing red minus yellow could be is green. So if red minus yellow is green, then red is bigger than 1 green. it would have to be. Red equals yellow plus green. So we know that red equals yellow plus green. So now we're getting somewhere. Red equals yellow plus green. And yellow, in turn, equals red minus green. So green equals red minus yellow. Red, which is bigger than green, is the sum of yellow and green together. And yellow is the difference between red and green. And we're working in terms of green here. So we know that 3 red can't be the answer. Okay. Now solve for pink. Well, we know that pink is 2 greens and a red. 2 greens plus red is a pink. Now, if we know that pink is 2 greens plus a red, and we know that red is bigger than green, red has to be bigger than green, then we know that we can't use pink. Pink is more than 3 greens on its own. So if we put pink into the equation at all, then it's going to be too much. 1 pink is more than 3 greens. So that's good. We didn't figure that out before. I'm glad I started over. Now we can eliminate pink definitively. Pink is not used. So some combination of red plus yellow is going to equal 3 greens. And we know that red is more than 1 green. So it's either going to be 2 yellows, it's either going to be 2 yellows plus 1 red, or it's going to be 2 reds plus 1 yellow. That's the only way. That's the only answer, unless they all add up to 3. I guess that's a possibility. If yellow is super tiny, then all 4 of them could add up to 3 green, I guess. But we know that red is bigger than green. And if that's the case, if red is bigger than green, then pink has to be eliminated. It has to be pink by itself is more than 3. Because 2 green plus 1 red equals pink. Red bigger than green, so pink naturally bigger than 3 greens. Alright, pink is eliminated. So we know that red is bigger than green. We know that if you add yellow to green, you get a red. Alright. So yellow, obviously, red minus green. So yellow is the difference between red and green. So if yellow is exactly the difference between red and green, then if we have 2 reds, then 1 yellow couldn't possibly be enough, right? Let me think about that. If yellow is the difference between red and green, like red is yellow more than green. We know that red is yellow more than green, and that it's bigger than green. Or no, we know red's bigger than green. And yellow is the amount, how much more than green red is. So in order for that to really work, maybe yellow and green are equal? Is that possible, that yellow and green are equal? If yellow and green are equal, then red is 2 times green. And let's see how that works. Let's see if these equations work with red being 2 greens and yellow being the same as green. Alright, so if red is 2 greens, then we have 4 over there. And if yellow is 1 green, then we have 2 over there. So we automatically debunk that. Red is not 2 greens. Right? If red is 2 greens, then the difference, then yellow would have to be 1. But we can see that it's not. Alright. So back to yellow. What is yellow? It's the difference between red and green. And red is bigger than green. So, if yellow is the difference between red and green, and we know from looking at that red isn't 2 greens. If red is 2 greens, then yellow has to be 1. Because the difference between green and yellow. Wait a minute. Right. Yellow would have to be 1 green. And it's not. It can't be. Yellow. So yellow equals green plus red. So, right? We can see that, my fucking equations are dicked over. That's the reason why I'm fucking tripping over myself here. We can see there that yellow is green plus red. So where did I get red is yellow plus green? Red is not yellow plus green. Fuck. How did I get that? I'm a dumbass. Alright. Combination of red and yellow. We know that it's a combination of red and yellow. We know that yellow is red plus green. Because we can see that from that scale. Red plus green is yellow. Alright. We know that green is yellow minus red. So we know that yellow, so I just got my yellow and red mixed up in my last equations. That's what's up. Yellow's bigger than green, not red. Maybe red is too, I don't know. Plus red plus green equals yellow. Green equals yellow minus red. Green is the same thing as yellow minus red. I need to shoot myself in the head. We know that green is yellow minus red, right? Has to be. No. No, it can't be. There's a
エナルレ
green.
ーションエリミネートの
Shut up. Green equals yellow minus red plus 2 green. Right? Because that's equal. If we minus yellow off that side, we have to minus it from the other side too. 2 green plus red minus yellow is equal to 1 green. Two green plus red minus yellow is equal to green. So that means that red minus yellow, or green minus yellow is equal to red, or red minus yellow is equal to green. I'm doing my algebra wrong. That's the reason why it's not working, because I'm fucking it up. We know that the sum of 2 green plus red minus yellow equals 1 green. Alright. 2 green plus red minus yellow is 1 green. So 2 green plus red minus yellow is 1 green. So red, 1 green, plus another green, plus red, minus yellow, is equal to 1 green. So that means that green plus red minus yellow is 1. No. No. Green plus red minus yellow is 2. Green plus red minus yellow is 2. Because we have 1. 0. 1 green plus red minus yellow equals 0. Green plus red minus yellow equals 0. So that means green plus red is yellow. Yellow is green plus red. We knew that already. Yeah, yellow is green plus red. So 2 yellows would be 2 greens and 2 reds. Could red be half of a green? I think we already went down this. But if red is half of a green, then yellow is 1.5. Right? And that would mean 2 yellows would be the answer. So is it possible that yellow is 1.5? 1.5, 2.5, 2.5. So that works. What about over here? Does it work? All right, so we might have it here. We might be on to a lead. We're testing out the theory that red is half of a green. So 1/2 G equals R. And that means that yellow is 1.5 green. So 1.5 G equals Y. All right, that works in the far right balance. Let's look at some of the other ones. So we know that pink, we solved for pink. Pink is Pink equals 2 greens plus a red. So pink would have to be, if this is true, pink is 2.5. Pink is 2.5 greens, if this is true. So 2.5 plus 1/2 is 3. 2 plus 2/2 is 3. So that works. So both of those equations work with red being 1/2 and yellow being 1.5. What about these balance scales, these greater than, less than situations? Well, let's think about that. That would be, all right, 2.5, 3. See, it doesn't work there. If red is 1/2, yellow has to be 1.5. And yellow being 1.5, that'd be 3.5 on that side. And that would be 3 on that side. 3 is not more than 3.5. So that kills that theory. So what does that mean if red isn't 1/2? We already know that yellow is more than red. Yellow is red plus green. So if we know that yellow is red plus green, then we know that red plus pink is more than, shut up, than 2 greens plus yellow. All right. Red plus pink is 2 greens plus, is more than 2 greens plus yellow. So that means red plus 2 greens is more than 2 greens plus red plus green. So 3 greens plus red is more than 2 greens and 2 reds. We can negate 2 greens from either side, and we can see that red plus red is more than red plus green. All right. So if red plus red is more than red plus green, then that means that red is also more than green. Red is more than green and yellow is more than green. They're both larger than green. We know that they're both larger, and we know that yellow is the bigger of the two, because yellow is red and green combined. So if yellow's red and green combined, and red is bigger than green, what does that mean? Well, if yellow is bigger than red and green combined, no, yellow is red and green combined. If yellow is red and green combined, and red is bigger than green, then it has to be the sum of 2. Because either way you look at it, 3 is going to be too much. Red is bigger than green, so, and yellow is bigger than green. So any combination of 3 is going to be too high. It's a combination of 2, and it's red and green. So it's either 2 reds, 2 yellows, or 1 of each. Well, we've already figured out that yellow is not 1.5. Yellow can't be 1.5 because of what we did a moment ago. If yellow's 1.5, unless that was some other shit. I think it's red plus yellow. I think red plus yellow is going to equal out to be 3 greens. I don't know that. But I think that's how this is going to end up working out. And I'm about to the point where I'm going to just try it anyway and say, fuck it. We know that red plus yellow over here is the same thing, is less than, red plus yellow is less than purple plus green, or pink plus green, which would be 3 greens and a red. 3 greens and a red would be more than 3 greens, so that makes sense. I'm about to just try. Is anybody even still with me? I doubt it. I doubt it. I wouldn't still be with me. But I think that red plus yellow is probably going to equal 3 greens. That would mean that those two are interchangeable, though. That can't be true. If red plus yellow is equal to 3 greens, then red and green are the same thing. We already know red's more than green, right? It has to be. Or is it not? I've made so many mistakes I don't even know anymore. We know that yellow equals red plus green. And if red and green are the same, then yellow's 2. 2 greens. Okay. 3 greens. We already went down this path, though. It didn't work. Because that would be 4. And 4 is not less than 3.5, which is what that would be. So, red and green aren't the same. Red and green aren't the same. Then red plus yellow, it can't be 3 greens, right? If red plus yellow is the same as 3 greens. Well, that don't make sense. Maybe it is red plus yellow is the same as 3 greens. That makes sense there. Do we have any other way that we could get red and yellow together? It was red minus yellow there. So no. We could subtract the 2. So red plus red. No, we can't do that because it's a greater than less than equation. If red plus yellow is 3. That's what I think it's red plus yellow, and I'm tired of fucking thinking about it. We're going to go with red and yellow. We're going to gamble and say that it's red and it's yellow because that makes somewhat sense, and I'm tired of thinking about it. And win, lose, or draw, that's going to be the final answer, Regis. I'm fucking tired of this shit. Put it over there. Let's see what we got. Eat cock. You eat cock. You still here, Ray? Roll the dice, he says. Do you think I have it, man? It seems like I might. It seems like I might have it here. But I've made so many flawed, I've made mistakes in my prior thinking when I've been working through this, that when I start to think back about what's true and what's not true, what we've determined versus what we've not determined, I now can't remember which of these rules that I'm thinking of were actually correct and which ones aren't. I think red plus yellow might be the answer though. If it's not, I'm done either way, man. I can't do this anymore. I've sat here for fucking ever trying to figure this out.
兄
Final answer, Regis. I can't phone a friend, so we're gonna go for it. Ray Pope's my friend, and he says roll the dice. No, no.
ユリアキナ
Red plus yellow is just a little bit more. Just a little bit more than 3 green. Eat me, snake. I hang my head in shame. I'm going to just go kill this girl one more time just so that there's something entertainment, some sort of entertainment at the end of the friggin' stream. We're going to go in here and just kill her right away. Yes, go in there, you bitch. You're about to get what you deserve. Whose idea was this bullshit? Yeah, man. It's certainly not easy. Like, the puzzles were super easy to start with. Like, I was frustrated how easy the puzzles were. But, that, either I'm just too tired and I can't think straight about what I need to do, or that's just too hard. Like, it's friggin' hard.
ふさこぐ
Yes, yes, go do it. Jeez. Yes. Damn it, you fucking cunt. She's on to me. She knows what I'm doing.
ねえ
Go push the button. Go push the button now. Do it. Yes. Grind your bones to make my bread, you stupid whore. Jump, dummy. Goodbye, cruel world. This is what it feels like to try to figure out math puzzles. Alright, guys, I'm going to call it a stream because I've been doing this shit for way too long. I don't know what to say about this one, man. I really was digging it until I wasn't. It is on Viveport Infinity. That's how I'm playing it. I would suggest that anyone who has access to Infinity who thinks you might like it, go that route. This thing is $30 retail. It launched at $40. It has since got a price reduction, but yeah, man, algebra puzzles. Who don't love that? Anyway, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you liked the video, you're very kind, because that cannot have been that entertaining. Well, maybe it is. Maybe you like Ray and you like sitting here watching me get stumped. But anyway, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and tune into the next one. I promise it won't be like that. We're gonna do something more fun with the next one. No more puzzle games. This is October. It's not puzzle month. It's horror month. We're going to play something cool next time. We're going to play We're gonna play the Medium on PS5. We're gonna play Cosmo Dread. We're gonna play Wraith Oblivion Afterlife. We're gonna look at some dreams. So yeah, hit the button and the bell if you haven't already. With that said, friends, I'd like to thank you all once again for watching. I will see you another day from another game. Thanks again. Bye. Fuck that game, man.